Hi, it's Wednesday morning on You Fantasy Football, and today I'm going to talk about Donovan McNabb and the Philadelphia Eagles offense. McNabb recently stated that the Eagles were one of the top teams in the NFC. I disagree. I think they're going to finish 8-8 again, or similar to that, and their fantasy numbers are going to reflect mediocrity as well. Last season, Donovan McNabb finished with 3,300 yards and 19 touchdowns, and he didn't rush for any touchdowns, and he had, I think, 234 rushing yards. Um, you can probably expect a little improvement, but nothing to get excited about. Maybe three more touchdowns, and he'll have a couple more interceptions. He only had 7 last year. Uh, the offense remained basically the same. They've added Deshaun Jackson, and he's probably not going to get too much playing time, seeing as how he's a rookie wide receiver, and he's going to take a little while to adjust to the NFL game. And Kevin Curtis comes back as the wide receiver one, when Kevin Curtis is really he's not a first wide receiver. He should be at least, at most wide receiver two, and probably he'd be best fit for the wide receiver three position. And Reggie Brown is at the opposite, and he's the wide receiver two. He didn't put up good numbers at all last season. I think he was short of 800 yards, and he only had 4 touchdowns. And otherwise, the Eagles have L.J. Smith coming back, who's maybe a top 15 tight end. Their star is Brian Westbrook, and this will be where a good portion of McNabb's yards will come from, and probably a fourth or a third of his touchdowns. Westbrook is, the lifeline of the Eagles. If he goes down, you can forget about the Eagles. They're not going to be putting up any numbers. Now, last season, McNabb had 2 really good games. I think he had 2 games of at least 3 touchdowns and 300 yards, but that's more of that's the exception rather than the rule. McNabb is going to be, he's probably going to be a top 12 quarterback this season, and I see no reason why anybody else beside Westbrook would even be worthy of drafting inside of round 8. Maybe Kevin Curtis, maybe, but after that, there's really nobody. The backup receivers and tight end of Hank Baskett and Jason Avant, they didn't do anything to stand out last season. They had plenty of chances. And then you've got I think it's the right tackle, Shane Andrews. He's battling depression. He's been out. I think he's been out 3 weeks, and he just came back to training camp. So he's coming off of depression, and I really don't see where the Eagles are going to create a bunch of fantasy firepower. So that's my take on the Eagles. I don't think any of them besides Westbrook are going to make any waves in fantasy football. So if you're drafting them, make sure to draft them below their ADP and not above.